but not all the things that make you fall in love.
In love?
Yeah. I'm in love with her, and I can't get her out of my mind.
Well, now...
Well, you suggest I do.
Folks, it is official. It is official. Charles Fredrickson, I believe that's his last name, Charles Fredrickson is in love with Candace Young. I know that those listening to the sound of my voice, and if you're not watching this video until, after tonight's episode, you are losing your minds because people have been shipping Candace and Charles, saying she deserves to be in the White House. People have been broken up since they broke up and they wanted them back together. During the 6-month hiatus, I feel like as many, if not more, fans were worried about Candace and Charles getting back together than who survived in all the shootings, the one that occurred at David's house, the one that occurred at Captain's house. But speaking with Conley, Charles has confirmed he is in love with Candace Young, which means one thing. He's going to do something very stupid. Usually whenever feelings get involved, things will literally fall apart. Maybe, because given the fact that it looks like Conley's wearing, of course, a different outfit, I believe we are officially moving into the next day on this episode, or it could be wrong. I don't know. But in any case, we know that Charles wanted to see Landon. Maybe Charles has had time to cool down and realize Landon is the best person for the job to help clean up Candace's image. Adeline is the person that Landon was talking to, who said tomorrow they can try their best to try to spin the story around. So maybe that'll be even good news for Charles. I still don't trust Oliver. We know that Kyle and Scott are trying to bring Candace down. Conley, I don't know. Based off the way and of course I couldn't play the full minute clip because, copyright. But basically, now I'm getting somewhat of a better feeling about Conley just based off the demeanor of the conversation. And once again, I know you're disappointed the clip. I didn't play the full thing, but I will post a clip on all my social media, Instagram and everything. So make sure you follow me, description box below. But I do feel like he was definitely giving some fatherly advice. So I don't know, maybe, just maybe, he is a good guy. I hope so, but you never know with these characters. So the question is, now that Charles has admitted that he's in love with Candace, what's going to happen next? Is Landon going to get his job back? Will he be able to clean up Candace's story? And the most important question, guys, is, now that Charles has admitted it, you're probably wondering, well, maybe he'll get on TV and announce it, and then they'll get back together, yada, yada, yada. I don't care about that. I think what we need to focus on now, guys, 2 questions. Number 1, is Candace also in love with Charles? And number 2, will Candace come back? Just because Landon's able to get his job back, just because Landon and Adeline are able to spin the story around to make Candace more favorable to the general public, will Candace come back? I know the excitement's there, and I'm really speaking to the fans of the Charles and Candace dynamic, not attacking you, but I just want to kind of put in perspective. It's great that Charles has admitted to his feelings, but the question is, guys, will Candace come back? People are like, man, of course she'll come back. Yeah. Well, think of it from Candace's perspective. She experienced how easy it is to be disposed of by Charles. He turned his back on her. He grew cold. More so Oliver had, security, Secret Service, or whatever you want to say, drag her out, put her in the back, in the trunk of a vehicle. That way they can exit the house without the press knowing, and then send her back home. Imagine that. Look, I know there are abusive relationships and all kinds of abuse, whether it be physical, mental, or whatever, emotional. If you get out of that relationship, sure, your feelings might want to have you go back to this person, but at the same time, the way they treated you doesn't go away. So even though Charles might be apologetic, he admits that he's in love with her and this and that. He went on national television. I remember this analogy I made. He literally played Peter because he denied Candace 3 times and, put her in the back of the trunk and everything, broke her heart. I honestly don't know if Candace will be coming back without some kind of hesitation. I mean, to me personally, I think it would be better if, and you know me, I do not like storylines that drag on, but I think it would show more character for her to question whether or not she should go back. And plus, I hope this doesn't happen, but Candace might get into a bad situation because, I mean, hell, she almost cut a stripper's throat with a bottle. Let's hope Candace, what if she gets together with Mitch? Even though I don't think that's going to happen, but what if Candace gets together with Mitch before Charles is able to get her back? You never know. I mean, wow. I can go on and on. I don't want to make this video too long because the episode's about to come on in an hour. So I'll do a follow-up after the episode airs. But guys, you know the drill. Subscribe, comment your thoughts. Charles is in love with Candace. It's official, guys. It's official.